tonight that we get to interview. Her name is Candice Jones. She joined the Public Welfare Foundation in DC as president and CEO in 2017. The Public Welfare Foundation seeks to catalyze a transformative approach to justice in the U.S. that is community-led, restorative, and racially just by supporting the creation and implementation of an alternative vision of justice that's rooted in communities. I'm reading it because I could not memorize that. Previously, she served as senior advisor at Chicago CRED, an organization that focuses on gun violence in Chicago. We're so excited she's here. Let's welcome Candice Jones. I'm good.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
I learned some things. I didn't know what a number 3 was.
Well, you didn't see the last show. What was it?
It's something I'm not going to repeat.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being here. Just to start, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
So Public Welfare Foundation is a foundation that is in Washington, D.C., and it's actually a national grant-making organization. So like MacArthur Foundation or Ford, we exist to give money to other groups that do good. And our foundation specifically focuses, we're the only national foundation that only gives on criminal justice and youth justice reform.
How did you get into this line of work?
That's a long question. How did I get into philanthropic work? I went to law school. When I graduated from law school, I practiced for a little while and then ended up at the MacArthur Foundation doing a national juvenile justice initiative. So that's the philanthropic part. I got into criminal justice because I grew up in a community that was really being marginalized by the system. And so from a kid, I knew that was what I wanted to do.
And how did you, did you go to law school before that? That was like
Yeah.
law school. Where did you go to law school?
NYU.
NYU. Really
Yeah.
cool. So comparing, you've been in DC for, when did you move to DC?
5 years.
5 years. And how long were you in New York for?
3 years.
3 years. And Chicago for?
Born and raised.
Born and raised. So a lot of things. How would you say DC compares to some of the other ones?
Don't do that. No, DC is great. I love DC. I lived here before, actually, a couple administrations ago. And it's sweet. Like, it's little, it's transient, which is nice. So if you move here, it's kind of because so many people come in and out. People are gracious. It's nice to make friends. It's a beautiful city. It's walkable, the outdoor spaces. I think Rock Creek is comparable to Central Park. And it's amazing. It's a lot smaller than some other cities that I've been in, but glorious in its own way.
Can I ask the question that we're all thinking?
Yeah.
The boots.
What's the question?
The boots are really cool. Do they work? Or they like?
I mean, they don't make grants, but they might do something.
I know everybody. I was saying, come on.
I was like, cool.
So is it just it's like them, or is there a story? I'm sorry, I just had to ask about.
There's no story. They're just my boobs.
I'm the least special person.
What's it? I can't see any of that.
You can't see the boobs?
Oh, no, I can't.
Oh, okay. I would say one thing about it is interesting is that the first time I lived in DC, it's more conservative. So then people like that matters to people. Like I remember getting on a train just back in 2012. I was going into work, and I had on like some loud turquoise dress. And I grew up in Chicago. I lived in New York. Like nobody's special. I lived in Japan for years. It's like everybody in the world got a lot of personality. I got on the train. I also think I was like having a drink because I didn't realize at the time that you can't actually eat or drink on the transportation in DC. Whereas in New York, I had all my meals on public transportation. Time. So I thought it was totally normal. And people were staring at me. And I realized, I think it was just because I had on this really loud dress.
Right.
And I was headed into some like political job. And it was like such a big deal for people. But I was just like, no, I can do this. And it's funny because I always say, especially, I'm like, I can totally like be brilliant and wear lipstick at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The criminal justice stuff, but I thought that was the real issue we had to get.
Yeah, no, I love it. No, they're not special. They come with friends.
Wait, your boots come with friends? Like other boots, or you made friends because of the boots?
Both. Both.
I know we had a chance to talk before, speaking of DC and Rock Creek Park and everything. You have a very interesting workout goal in DC. Can you tell us about this?
I love DC because I like to work out. I like to work out outside. My partner is also big into athletics. He is here, along with my very best friend. And we like to work out outside in the parks. And so we try to make it a thing to go to different parks in DC. I do it with her when she's in town as well. She's in town from New York. We're going to try to do a run in Rock Creek. We sometimes use the park outside of Power, outside, just take advantage of the amazing outdoor spaces. Because I'm born and raised in Chicago, you really only get like 3 months a year, both of outdoor time and sunlight generally. And so I love that about DC, because even when it's freezing cold for most people here, I'm like, it is balmy. And so I'm always trying to go outside and make it a place to sort of like use the space and work out.
And you're trying to work out everywhere in DC, right? What is the craziest place that you have worked out outside of?
I don't know if I have like a place that feels super crazy. My favorite place here is the park in Southwest, like the big tree park over there. I just think it's beautiful. There are not a lot of people there. A couple of years ago, somebody wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post saying that if you don't want to fight with people down at the basin for cherry blossoms, go to the Arboretum. And I will forever hate that person, because there were more people in the Arboretum after that article that I had ever seen in my life. I love it. It's big, it's gorgeous, it's free. You know, it's like everything here is federally funded, so it's gorgeous. And there are not many other cities, I think, in the U.S. that can boast the number of gorgeous spaces that are just open at every moment.
Last question for me. We also had a chance to talk that you had a chance to do some theater and debate in high school.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that and how that impacts what you do now?
Yeah, it's helpful. So I had an older brother growing up. He was and is my mother's favorite child, her firstborn son. And so just like any second sibling, I was the second born after him. Anything he did, I tried to do. So we were in grammar school, he played instruments. I immediately was like, okay, I'm gonna play the clarinet. I went to band, practiced the first day, like we went to that thing, and I was like, this is not my magic. And I never went back. And we like paid the fees and filled out the forms and everything. When he was in high school, he did speech and drama. And so as soon as I got to high school, I signed up. And I did it competitively for years. And it became a great foundation for public speaking. He now is a professional actor and lives in LA. I obviously did not take that route, but I work generally on kind of tough issues. And it's been invaluable to be able to communicate that, because people, I think, are much more aware of the import of those issues now, particularly post-2020. But when I started my career, there was still a lot of work to do to bring people along on why it was important and why these were issues that weren't just about the individual being accused of the wrong. And so it really helped me to be able to sort of move people and tell those stories in a way that's important.
Well, thank you so much. Any last questions?
I want to ask, in the world of justice reform, is there one thing that you could share with us that, like, just one example, one story that gives you hope, that makes you hopeful for the way things are going, maybe going?
Yeah, oh, that's a good question. You know, the things that make me most hopeful about justice reform is when you see communities really sort of taking back some of the agency that I think has been taken from them. And so what I mean by that is in communities, and DC is a great one. Here, there's this program called Credible Messengers. And what they do is they take people who are formerly incarcerated most of the time, but somehow have some sort of system involvement. And they train them to be sort of like counselors and mentors. And what they then do is work with young adults and young people that are in the system. And in much the same way that we focus on like mental health providers and social workers, you can actually train people that have an incredible personal experience that's relevant to the very people that you're trying to touch. And that cultural competence layer that you put on top of that professional training has a transformative impact. And you also have the added benefit of getting to two layers of people, the people you're training and the people they're touching. And that makes me hopeful, because I think if we bet bigger as a society on things like that, we'll have to rely less on law enforcement and prisons, because people don't actually feel safe because they're being occupied by paramilitaristic force.
I'm so sorry. The Arboretum is so damn crowded here.
You told me that this was a beautiful space, that we could just come to and relax, and it is packed.
Oh my
Tourists,
God.
just all these boring looking people.
Yeah, the National Arboretum, check it out.
No more taste in America.
No taste at all. Remember, we used to come here.
Could you take my picture, please?
Oh my God.
We used to prepare ourselves and enjoy
Put the tree in
nature.
the picture.
And, you know, we could bond and we could, you know, really get in touch with our roots. And now
Yes.
it's gone to dust.
It's done. It's done. It's taken over by people. People.
And the worst kind of people. They're just here to take a picture and leave.
Do I look like a tree to you? I'm trying to fit in.
No, you don't look like a tree. You look like a human.
But what about now?
You told me it would be empty today. I can't.
Susan, is that, we said we were doing this together.
Neither of you look like trees.
They're trees. Now the people think they're trees.
It's crowded with more people living
Could you
trees.
take my picture with these trees?
Thank you so much for having lunch with me. What can I say? I love.
We're not actually supposed to eat here, but it feels kind of cool. It feels kind of nice, actually. A little bit naughty.
I know, right? Like, try to spice it up.
Like, NTA may come and arrest us, but you know, if we're gonna have a picnic on the Metro, we're gonna have a picnic on the Metro.
No, I'm really glad that you were down with me. So, another thing that I wanted to talk with you about,
Oh, here's some of the microwave fish. There you go.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you really shouldn't eat on the Metro. It says there's signs everywhere.
oh,
Yeah, that's why we're doing it. Just thought it would be like a little fun little date idea.
yeah.
You must not be from around here.
I mean,
Ashburn.
okay. Would you like some?
You believe this?
Hey, sir, I've been where you are. Thinking that I needed to police the train, stop people from eating, drinking, doing what they want to do.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There's signs.
I paid the price. I was socially ostracized.
They're the ones in the wrong. I'm right on this. The signs.
I felt that way. I did.
I don't mean to go there, but they're also from Ashburn.
Hey, love is love. Everyone deserves. Look at this. Look at this sweet picnic.
Your mother?
Yeah, she's still my mother.
I'm sorry. I don't care what's happened to you.
Sit
This needs to. Okay, if you don't put that away in the next few seconds, I'm gonna.
Chocolate bonbon.
Uber Eats, Subway sushi.
Thank you so
Can you tell them
much.
what stop to call?
Yeah, it's a new service that they're providing for people who want to have risky dates out in the DC metro area. It's great.
You're in cahoots, aren't you? You're like, this is a thing that, like, no, I get it.
We're trying to create a society where people and picnics are more important than signs.
This is about community.
Hashtag Metro Love.
I don't believe any of you. I'm in the right. You should not be eating that on the train. You just got so much going on that I don't want to dig into that. There's a sign, people. It clearly says no food or drink.
Excuse me, sir, you're standing in front of the handicapped seats, and that's not really acceptable
I mean,
because there's all
it's
these
just-
people waiting to
who
sit
cares
down.
about the
So
handicapped
I just,
I never see anybody use these.
wow.
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 Thank you everyone for coming to this funeral. I really appreciate it. Gary was the best friend I ever had, and just before I really get into this eulogy, I'm so sorry. I have to say it. What are those shoes? They're amazing. I'm sorry. I know we're all thinking how much we love Gary, but we're really thinking like.
Okay, because mine's a camouflage, I knew they couldn't see that. Right? There's feet down there.
That's pretty cool. I'm sorry, I don't mean to distract you.
No,
I'm just, no, please, I really,
Yeah.
this is really.
no, I'll keep going. Gary once brought me pizza when I didn't have any, and he knocked on my door, and I'm sorry, those shoes are so good.
They're very nice, thank you.
Can I have them?
Gary, you were gonna tell a story, I really.
Can I have them? Can I have your shoes? Your shoes are, I'm so sad.
She's really sad.
She's grieving.
I'm grieving too.
We all experience it differently.
Yeah.
You were about to tell a lovely story, I'm sure. Can we?
You went those to a funeral, dude. What did you think was gonna happen?
I'm sorry, I know it, that's on me. I will just, thank you,
I'm sorry, I'm trying to work out everywhere that I can. So,
I'm sorry, Mark, are you doing a step-up routine on the casket? Okay. I would be really upset about this, but these shoes,
I can just go.
I can untie them if you want.
No. I mean, I can't walk around without shoes.
Do you come with friends?
Do they come with friends?
Yeah, your shoes come with
I mean,
friends.
yes, in the car I have several friends.
you have several friends in the car at Gary's funeral.
Yeah, we're going out after.
How long did you say this would take?
Oh, I don't know. How long do they usually take? 45, 20 minutes? I don't know.
How many funerals have you been to?
None.
I feel like we should stop making friends with people at DSW.
Yeah. I don't know. They seem like people who love sales, and I love sales.
Guys, you need to hit it now. Go. Go, that's why.
So welcome to the Clyde Thompson Foundation. We're a foundation. What we do here is we, kind of like McCarthy or Ford, but we receive funding from those organizations, and then we spend it on me. So there's a lot of organizations that are doing really good work to underserved communities. I am a community of one who has not been served well. And so I need all of you to apply for as many grants as possible so that I can live the lavish lifestyle that my Instagram deserves. Any questions?
So many.
Do you not understand what we're trying to do here? This is restorative justice.
I understand restorative justice, and I love it.
Okay.
I love it too.
I love it. I love it.
Right? This is what, yes.
I like the justice part.
Yeah.
Okay.
I prefer restorative, but it's both.
Oh, right?
But this is you want us to fund your lavish Instagram lifestyle.
You see, when I was a young man in Chicago, New York, and DC, and Philly, New Orleans, Detroit, every black city in America, and I just realized when social media came about, that people were living a life that I could not afford, unless they afforded me that life.
That was so conflicting.
Do you not enjoy helping black people?
All right, so my vision is I get the double size. So you would contribute to that of me getting a bigger lunch than I was planning on getting. That would be serving my needs pretty well.
What do you think it is about us that we can pitch these teams?
My therapist was asking me that earlier today. I'm so glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
I was asking my astrologer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
I think we're water signs.
I am a water
I'm
sign.
sorry, the fries are getting cold. Can we?
Yeah. No.
You want our sides for your fries.
If you want, if that would be easier for tax purposes or whatever, sure, yeah. I'll take, I just wanted to increase my meal.
Sure.
So, I just was thinking, you know, like your kidney, your lung, your heart maybe, and then I can have the best body ever, right?
Honestly, yes. Yes, take it.
I do have two.
I love your support, y'all. Thank you.
What is it about? Oh
I
boy.
mean, I can tell you, you know, I've known you for a long time. It's just that you always say yes. And when you don't say yes, you just seem kind of confused and stand there like,
All right.
Do you want the other one too?
that would be great.
Oh yeah, so it's a beautiful neighborhood right here by Logan Circle, comparable to Central Park. Really, it's a lovely little spot in DC. I know you're new to the area, but this is really where everybody goes. So
This little circle here?
this little circle right here,
Comparable to,
comparable to New York. So that's why this one-bedroom condo is $1.7 million. Park View, you know.
okay, well, I mean, that's comparable to New York, but see, they're playing like the tiniest game of frisbee. Where you can like actually throw a frisbee.
You see, instead of where you have to go long, here you go short. And that's a much more fun game. Oh, it's in the street now. Yeah.
See, in Central Park, you know, like, there's no roads, you know, it's kind of like by itself.
Yeah.
So,
That's what makes, Logan Circle so special.
yeah, I
So
don't
you're
know.
here for an internship for the
You
summer.
don't happen to have any like salt or anything? Do you? No, I'm good.
Do you have tried
I usually, is there not like any like trolley, food truck, anything around here? It's just people have to bring their own food and stuff.
It's
right out the window? It's okay. Here
Okay,
you go.
thank you. I just have a,
There's always a little extra salt from the last 10 minutes. And it's just so great. It's right outside your window. You're able to just like,
Yeah, that does not sound great. I'm used to, you know, living large, being able to go outside whenever I want, having fun, going to see shows, and this just looks kind of small.
Paul here is kind of a show.
Right. Yeah.
I've been told that I'm kind of like Broadway.
Who has told you that, sir?
I tell them all the time.
Who are you?
I'm Paul, too.
So I have two balls put outside the window.
Yeah, we're known for being the Rock Creek Park Pauls.
With Pauls.
We don't win the park.
I don't think this place is for me.
I hear it going up, 1.8 million. I hear it.
I would
I hear it
say
happening. I'm advertising this on Washingtonian Problems right now. I can hear, oh, is that someone at the door?
We can walk 2 steps to the door and we'll see. And
What's up, y'all?
who are you?
I'm the neighbor. I come with the unit.
You did not tell me that
Yes.
2 Pauls and some neighbor.
I'm also Paul.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Are you the David Hassel that wrote the editorial of the Washington Post?
Yeah, I've written several.
But the one that ruined my life? Is that you?
I'm sorry, I don't know what article you're talking about.
I've been knocking on every door of the city. Every single door started in Southeast. The elevator's been disassembled.
Disassembled. You took the elevator apart, and now it's just pieces?
Are you that David Hassel? Is this your building?
I am. I'm David Hassel. This is
Is this the guy?
I think this is the guy.
Then we picked the right elevator.
Here's we picked the right elevator. David has.
All right, Dave, you did great work ruining the Arboretum for people. So right now, the Cherry Blossom Festival is big. But there's another flower-based festival here in DC, and we need you to tell all of the gentrifiers about it, okay? It's the Water Lily Festival.
The Water Lily Festival.
Yes, see? I knew you didn't know about it.
Sounds magical.
It is.
Oh, hello again. Are you trying to climb these stairs? I broke them.
Neither of you is supposed to be within 50 feet of me.
And now, David Hassel, it appears that we have crossed that divide. And yet here we are.
Here we
We
are.
really
You
are.
hurt you. You hurt you, David Hassel.
That's right. What is in your past?
Why would you do this? Why would you do this to us?
I don't. What specifically did I do to
What did
you?
What did and what didn't you do? You did something and then you didn't do something else, and both of them hurt me.
And it was in the paper.
And every single pair of stairs in this city have been destroyed. So you're on my level now, David Hassel.
It just doesn't make any sense at all. And I feel like I'm being accused of something, but you are not being clear as to what.
Page A10, the opinion page.
Frequently, that is where my opinion articles land.
And these opinions are really they're so
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Let me ask
What
you-
gives you the right?
What gives you the right?
What? Has either of you considered the possibility of writing a response?
No!
No. We would rather break elevators and come to your house.
That is what we prefer to do. We will break elevators. We will turn every escalator in this city into a pair of stairs. And then we will destroy that.
Don't even think of breaking a ladder.
Don't even think about it.
You are literally going to be on this level as long as we have anything to do with it.
You remember that?
You always lose at this part.
Sorry, I'm so emotional.
We practiced this. Come on, we can do this.
Do you remember that step ladder in your kitchen? Do you remember it?
Yes, I.
Does this look familiar?
You try and step on that.
Try and step on it. David Hassel, your opinions.
What can I do to make things better?
Fix it. Fix it.
You need to be specific.
The fix needs to be at least as big as the error.
We need you to fix it.
And,
You
and
said-
I'm asking you what I could do that would help fix
Oh my God, did you read this? Did you read this? The National Arboretum?
did.
Polluted. We can't go there anymore.
Oh, this is devastating.
Oh
We're gonna
my
have to
God.
stick to the metro.
Oh,
Where will I see a tree?
Oh, it looks like a tree. Hello?
This is so sad. This is a national treasure.
I wanted to go there, but
You're
after
not
taking
even
the
paying
convinced
attention
we
to
can't
me.
go back.
The
God.
city's over.
The city is ruined.
Moving to New York.
And then to Chicago.
And then to Detroit.
And then to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It's empty. The Arboretum is empty. I've never been so happy in my entire life in Washington, D.C.
Okay, I came. I didn't trust you this time, but I'm here.
It's all for us.
No one's hiding. What?
Desperado, why won't you come to your senses? Tear down those fences for far too long. Na, 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 na.
You know, this is my theme song. I love going places and it's empty and I just hear
Na,
this.
na, na, na.
Why did you wear a turquoise dress?
Na, na,
It's
na.
balmy out,